And we are now into Agent Select for this Map 1 Battle of the Undefeateds in the NACE Starleague. Rochester University taking on the St. Clair College Saints. Now we're going to see Agent Select. We're going to see a little bit of variation from either side. Going to see Hernando going over to the Rays. M's going to be on his trusty old jet. Going to see those dueling Astros and Killjoys. Nothing too surprising for Haven. But we are going to see a Fade and a Sova to switch things up.
Yeah, I'm really interested in Rochester. It seems like they're going for a lot of initiators, it seems. 2 initiators, which you don't often see.
Yeah, it just depends on the map, depending on what you want to, especially starting on the attack as well. I can kind of understand it. Yeah, you want to try to get in there, get some noise going, especially having Haven, those 3 different sites. You can take a lot of different ways to attack both of these, the ABC site. But now we should be getting it in just a few seconds. Saints going to see Gub over on that breach. Seth going to be on the Sova. He's been playing a couple different agents. He played the Killjoy for a little bit in some C-Val. 4 tapping traditionally on that Astra. Sushi has been subbing in and out, but he's played very well. The Killjoy, I think, is the highest win rate agent in the game right now, so not really surprising to see her.
It seems to be a very popular pick. It's so oppressive on attack and on post plant. It's so annoying with those mollies.
I was going to say annoying and oppressive. Interchangeable when it comes to a lot of stuff in Valorant. But yeah, she's just so, annoying is just... Luckily, they nerfed the turret health and a couple other things that made her slightly less good, but she still gives you so much fun. Basically, especially on Haven, you can play like in between C and B in Garage, and like your utility blocks both sides.
Still definitely the best Sentinel in the game right now.
Yeah, RIP to Chamber. Gone but not forgotten.
It looks like we're seeing a lot of ghosts on the Saints side and 1 armor from the Killjoy. Oh, changed to a ghost raise. I said that.
5 ghosts.
And seems to be mostly just classics on the side of Rochester.
I'm surprised. We only saw 2 frenzies and no sheriffs. Usually 1 or 2 of these players are going to try to maybe ego out the sheriff nice and early. But we do see some early damage over onto Rochester. They're Grim. Getting the Prowler ready. M's going to run up there and get taken out, though. Gone and 4 tapping. Trading 1 out of piece there. 4 tapping. That swinging right click. He's going to get tagged up there. There's the Haunt trying to get a little bit more info. Still in this 4v4. Both Astros not looking too good.
Looks like they're trying to skew sight, and they're going for the plant now. And everyone is going to have to rotate to A.
Yeah, Seth and Gub right now, shoulder to shoulder, trying to make it back way. There's the Astra Star. Hernando going to play the inside of that one. Does have a single blast pack left, Seth. 22 HP, waiting for that recon dart. Probably going to get that thing back in a couple seconds here. Getting that lineup ready, I think. 4 tapping. Beautiful job to lurk through mid there. Finds a kill over near that B site. Should be about maybe 30 seconds left for these Saints. Seth going to get the darts going. Now I expect the push to come through. There's the flash. Sushi now going to go for the swinger. They're going to find 2 in hell there. They're going to find the swing, but the kills are going to go in Rochester's way, and that's all the Saints down, and Rochester takes the first round.
That was a very clean round from Rochester there.
Yeah, the Saints
escape with 2 players.
Yeah, especially considering they got on site. It was a little bit messy there. There was that 4v4 for a bit, but Rochester does find the plant. They are going to go with this hero rifle, it looks like, over onto Yum. They're going to see some Spectres going the way. In Valorant, the way the meta has kind of shifted, you see a lot of teams like forcing this round 2 rifle now, putting it on their best player and just saying like, hey, try to do as much damage as you can. Even if we lose the rifle, we're going to try to make it back in the next round, but you see super aggressive round 2s. Yep.
You got to have someone play the hero, give them the good gun.
They got 2 rifles, actually. They're playing, they got a hero and a sidekick there. It looks like Seth with the Marshall trying to work the C-Long. Not going to find any shots. Had a decent little chance there. There's a 0 point in the paint shells. There's a blast on the side. Hernando, though. Sushi opens up his arms with the shorty there. Still going to play this backside box. Going to find a few more shots. Seth holding this crossfire absolutely beautifully. Finds a little bit of damage, but 2 kills going to go through for Rochester. But the Saints have done a ton of damage.
They've gotten spiked down. Rochester's gotten spiked down, and now it is up to the Saints to try and secure sight back. Looks like they're playing it slow, assessing the situation. Yep. Waiting for that Astra smoke to go down, definitely from Garage. You don't want to push that at the wrong time.
Yeah, you don't want to give away any kills, especially when it's 3v3 and it's so close right now. There's a concussion, though. Gub going to run up. The 0 point going to be in the KO's hands. Yum, though, finds a kill in the cross. The Sheriff going to go down. Yum, 3 with the round on the Phantom. M's going to find it with the Marshall. Looking to find that second one, but that's going to be a 4K over to Yum. Look at that HP, just barely surviving, but he will keep that rifle in his hands.
Yeah, that was not the best round for Saints. They lost a couple rifles, but he did get that shorty kill, which is good. But now that we got rifles in play, it should be heating up.
Yeah, this is going to be the Saints' actual first goodbye. Last round, I think they just had a bunch of SMGs, and maybe that, you play the shorty. With Killjoy, you just pick up a shotgun, sit in a corner. My turret's watching me long. I'm just going to literally rat in the corner, try to find some little lurk pick here. Yum, 6-0 so far. Did get a 4K with the Phantom last round. I'm going to see the Guardian over there as well. M's maybe trying to get the early aggression here. Hernando's going to get the spray, but M's dashing to the wall is going to find first blood, though.
we are getting a lot of action early in these rounds, it seems. Both teams playing pretty aggressively. And it seems like Rochester does get a pick on them at the start of the rounds, but they manage to, still win the rounds.
Yeah, going to be a little bit tricky to get this 5v4. Having that raised dead as well, that's going to be your entry point really down. Fade can help you a little bit, but Astra and Killjoy, they don't really want to run anywhere head first. Rochester now going to have to think things through just for a second here. Seth is playing over on the A site there. This A stack slowly coming to fruition here. Just running through. A long potentially going to get the setup here, waiting for that 0 point to maybe come on cooldown. Seth, he's got the recon dart ready, going to scan something up for info here. They're going to get a couple of shots, and they're going to get the tag, so they're going to get a great read. The rotates are going to come through, and I would expect Rochester to maybe hit, but looks like the rotation maybe instead.
I think that's definitely the play there. They want to make sure they can
Saints are set up, though.
Unscathed. Yeah, they were more C-based, definitely at the beginning, before that rotate happened. But it looks like C looks pretty free right now.
They got the Killjoy turret, though. That's the only thing. The Killjoy turret, oh, the lurk in mid, though. Tapping, getting taken down. Ems playing on the backside here. All these Rochester members getting ever so close. Ems on the flank, though. Good for one. The concussion, the wall bang. Good for a second and a third, actually. Ems, 3 on the round, has the dash procced. There's the fade, shoulder to shoulder. The Haunt gets destroyed. Ems, there's one right next to him. Grim gets to the back line. He finds one. He ends up finding his third. Ems ended up with a 4K. Can't finish the job. Seth gonna get shut down, and 4K's dueling on either side, but Grim gonna be the winner of that one, and Rochester gonna be the winner of 3 straight.
You definitely do not want to try and peek those right when the time is running out right there. You just have to run away and hope and listen for the planting sound.
Yeah, especially on defense. You just run for your lives, boys. It couldn't really, when you commit to those fights, there wasn't really anywhere they could go. But yeah, in that time, they're just like kicking themselves like, oh man, if we could have just got away, we would have been fine.
Yep. Just got to play it safe sometimes. And it looks like it's going to be a save round from the Saints. Got to get a Marshall to hold A long.
Yeah, Ems is going to use the Blade Storm. Sushi playing super aggressive here, trying to get the sheriff shots. Only lands one, though. Potentially had the chance to get a kill or two there, but he's going to get taken down. Now this C-Long is going to come through. There's the Haunt. Prowlers to follow, 4 tapping. Going to have to be careful. Is going to use the well to get a second or two delay there. Saints going to make this rotation, but this plant will go down. This is going to be a very tricky 5v4. However, 4 tapping, good for 2. Lazy Pig going to trade him out. 3v3, though. Dart going wide. Seth got a lot of info, and he finds a shot. Saints have the advantage.
That Marshall is certainly a force to be reckoned with when you can hit your shots.
And that's some of them skins too. It sounds like they're landing bullets when the shots are missing still.
Yeah.
Ems finds one with the blade. They have the owl drone. They have the info. Ems trying to find the kill. That is a thrifty 3 alive. They're going to steal away a couple guns from Rochester, and that is a very big round to win.
Yeah, that was very, very important.
Yeah, they're going to force Rochester onto that save now. So that's why winning those eco rounds can be so good, especially when you're down 3-0 and you're looking for anything to get on the board.
Yeah, but Saints did have to burn 1 ult, but it looks like they already got another ult back in the corner. They got Astra ult, but it looks like Rochester has 3 ready. Yeah. So should be an interesting round if they do choose to use those.
I'm always in the camp, though. If you can use 1 ultimate to win a round, I mean, I would say that's pretty worth it, especially if it's that jet ult. All it's really good for is finding kills. So if you can find a kill and win a round, I think you'll take that. Rochester going to invest in Null Command and that Cosmic Divide. Lazy Pig going to try to fragment off that side door. 4 tapping. Playing backside here. I'm sure one of these members knows that he's lurking. Playing on the other side of that divide, though, can always be so tricky.
Definitely. You just got to try and get both teams positioned in holding the angles there.
Oh, Saints are going to use their own divide there. Lazy Pig going to get tagged up by the shock dart in the well. There's the Nightfall to come through as well. Ems just going to get tagged and marked there. Oh, they're running they're all through the front door. They're all going down. Sushi and Gub picking up 3 there. The defuse does get halved as well. There's the concuss. Yum going to go for the swing. 4 tapping takes him down. Only 1 member of Rochester left standing. Gone's good for 1, but then he is going to fall. The Saints keep 4 alive and win another one.
Those double walls make those sightlines so hard to watch. It was so chaotic.
You can't hear, you can't see. You're just standing on one side of the wall and praying you get the right, someone steps in front of your crosshair.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not the best ult, but it's very strong when used well. but it's just tricky.
Yeah, especially when there's two, it becomes double as confusing. It's like, I don't know who is wall is whose. I don't know what I'm peeking. I can't hear. I can't see. Faye just hit me with the nightfall, so I already couldn't hear or see anything.
I don't even think you can shoot through it either.
No, you can't. You can throw abilities through it, but you can't. Yeah, you can't shoot through it. So you're basically just playing shoulder to shoulder and like literally hoping someone walks in front of you. They're really recon dart. Oh my God, they're gonna bait out the shots. Seth gonna find two. One with the wall bang. Beautiful job. Made all of them turn around to shoot that dart. They didn't shoot it right away. And before they know it, that's going to be 2 members down in a couple seconds.
They definitely have to rethink what they're doing here and maybe try and go for the rotate, but I think the Saints are anticipating that. So maybe there's a double mind game going on here, and they're going to wait it out.
They only have pistols, too, which is kind of hard because, yes, you can try to get some kills, but rotating and trying to retake site with pistols, a little bit tricky.
That is hard indeed, and Spike seems to be down, and they are watching it like a hawk. It is all up to Lazy Pig.
Don't lose that rifle. 0 point C long. M's.
9 health in a dream.
Both of these members actually very, very low for St. Clair. I was going to say, that could have been 2 more rifles off the board. That would have been a very expensive swing there, C long. Luckily, though, only one going to go down. And I mean, look at the Saints' money. They are hard chilling.
They're doing pretty well for themselves right now, and it is tough for Rochester to try and come back for this. They need to win this round. Looking at their money now, they all bought rifles. This is the round they got to commit. They got the Killjoy ult. If they can manage to push on to the right site and use that ult, could turn this match around for them.
Yeah, they can possibly get that Raze ult too, so something to maybe look for. The Saints, I mean, yeah, like you said, Rochester, full rifles, full armor. This is their heavy investment. This is that round. They're really trying to have Seth line up Larry, trying to see if he can spot anything out. Paint shells, fragment through the garage window there. Hernando looks like he's going to try to execute on site here. The blast pack swing. Looks like Gub maybe he's trying to get that aftershock ready. They're going to spot him out though. Hernando goes down. Spray through the smoke. Lazy Pig good for 2. 4v3 for Rochester. Now they have site control.
We're going to see a Silva ult here. He think he tags one, but he cannot get another. Oh, he gets one.
Tagged the second one as well. Seth, great arrow.
Those arrows are definitely very good for playing the post plant, but Yum just gets M's caught off guard there.
Yeah, timing did not go his way. Now Seth, Prowler going to spot him out there. 0 point to follow. So they have a pretty good idea where Seth is right now. It's going to be about him trying to take away a couple of these weapons and make this a little bit more expensive than it is right now. That's going to be minus 2,900 for Rochester. Seth has a couple darts as well, trying to get the recon dart. The swing, not going to find anything though. 3K for Yum. Rochester going to hold on to their buy round.
Yeah, playing outside of that smoke is a huge disadvantage. It's so hard to play with that, you know. We're going to see an op on M's. First op of the game so far. Yeah,
I mean, the operator, sometimes you'll see Jets buy it early in the game, depending on, the flow of the game after a couple rounds. So the Saints, to be fair, though, they had so much money built up. Like, this is kind of one of those times where it's like, okay, now we can actually afford the op, and it's not like, all right, I'm going to go run it down with this op. Like, now it actually makes sense for the purchase. Ems is probably just going to hold that C long. The rest of the gang stacking up toward A here. They do have the Rolling Thunder and their own lockdown there, Seth. Early information. They don't seem to be shooting these recon darts very fast as Rochester.
Yeah, you have to have good reaction time to shoot those Rochester darts. That is a good angle to hold, but he does not.
They both traded a headshot.
Yeah,
both players got one tapped in the head through the wall.
It looks like a very hard A push there. They're very committed to this.
Oh, Ems has the op on A now. There's the lockdown. The backside of Heaven not actually totally clear, so Ems will be able to just back off to safety here. And this lockdown going to expire before the plant comes down. Ems, good for that op shot. That's taken out KO too. That's going to be so helpful. And they used the lockdown, but they didn't do anything with it quite yet. Plant still yet to come down.
Yep, they managed to walk away from that lockdown, but we're going to see a breach ult here. And they are diving full headlong.
Showstopper not going to go. Ems good for a spray down there. Going to find 2. This Killjoy still very low on health too. The plant did come through. Ems has the dash procced. Side to side with Gone right now, seeing if he can find the timing. Sushi's watching Sewer. Ems gets the 4K. Sushi's good for another one. I think that's the 5th 4K we've already had in this game.
Yeah, it's definitely very... when someone can find a good angle, it is... they are making good use of that for sure.
Yeah, it's always good to see Ems on those duelist streaks. We saw him playing, the Chamber and some other heroes, or agents rather, thinking of Overwatch from time to time. But back on that Jet, what he made his money on early on would always be that famous Jet player. Does have that Blade Storm now. Right now, just, Two 4-0 teams. The game is currently 4-4. We've seen, 4 or 5 4Ks. This game seems to be pretty even so far.
It does seem to be even now, but it looked like in the early game, Rochester had a really lot of momentum there. But so I think they're taking this timeout now just to rethink their tactics and make sure try and stop the Saints' momentum here.
Yeah, and that's the one Val's kind of like basketball in a sense, where it's like you can go on like a 6-7 round run, and it's not like the end of the world. It's not like anything like the sky is falling. It's like, okay, we were up 3-0. We're losing 7-3 now. We can easily try to take this back to like 9-7. So it's one of those games where, you got to keep the mental in check. You got to know it's a marathon, not a sprint, especially in something like this best of 3. Losing round 7 on Haven isn't going to necessarily mean the series is cooked for you guys.
Definitely. Haven's a very different map from a lot of the maps, because it has the 3 points and it just has so many different angles to watch.
Yeah, the only thing with Haven, a lot of these players, at least they have a lot of experience. But, as we keep getting new agents, there's new agent. The new agent, called Gecko, should be getting announced, released or announced in, I believe, 2 days during the show match in Brazil. So this game going to be seeing a whole lot of change, watching some of the Lotus gameplay that I've already gotten to cast and some of the other CVAL action. Seeing a lot of players seem to have a very differing idea on what the meta is, and I think that probably means the game is in a pretty good state.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. It's always good to see a game have so much variety and tactics to use. It's always great to see. Looks like we're going to see a strong B push here.
Great grenade. Ooh. Backed off in time. That was close though.
Yeah, that was a very close.
That would have startled me quite bad. They're gone. Gonna focus the turret. The nano swarm is massive though. Sushi bait and switch takes out 2. Beautiful job on the nano. They all got stuck on each other at the door. Couldn't move a muscle.
That is the problem when you're all bunched up together.
Yeah.
It's great. Oh my God.
See? The problem with being bunched up. Double kill back the other way. So just as the Saints find 2, the same damn thing happens about 15 seconds later. And now it's a plant and a retake potential for the Saints.
Yeah, that Bulldog can be very scary in the right hands.
And so often we see that high-low conga line stacked. I always jokingly say it's like the 2 kids in the trench coat at the theater. It's like when they're trying to sneak into the 18-plus movie. But Ems has a full kit online right now. Has the Blade Storm, has both Cloudburst, the updraft, the dash. You name it, he's got it. The divide's there, though. Hernando playing the short corner. Ems somehow getting the headshot. Looking for the second one with the Blades. Gets the refresh. Finds a third. Ems making it look too easy on the Jet. He's going to find that diffuse. Probably pass that one off for some alt charge. But that is the Ems we know and love on that Jet.
That was those are great knives.
That's when that happens to you in a game, you're just like, this guy has to be cheating, or this is the best round he's ever had in his entire life. Yeah.
Definitely, but that's par for the course here with Ems.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see. And, once he starts to get those, that's the thing with the Jet ult too, is it's so all or nothing. It's either you get that 3K or you just kind of jump updraft
just
in the air and get one shot out of the air. Yeah, you whiff 3 knives and get one tapped out of the air. It seems just like no in between.
Definitely. It looks like the Rochester is gearing up for a split push now. Going to have to try and play for picks.
Oh, Ems looking for picks too with that operator.
Oh, just missed it.
Spotted a leg, but did not get the last shot through the turret. Firing off a couple of shots in retaliation there.
Got that glug skin. Doing work.
Jeez. Hernando going to rotate over toward this A-long. Looks like it's going to be that 4-stack to KO. I'm sure shortly to join them. Seth, though, always holding this angle. Hasn't stopped yet. Look at the timing and the shot. That's going to be fade down. Spike will be recovered, but that's an easy 5v4 for the Saints now. And they haven't used a lockdown basically the whole game.
It looks like they're going for the KO ult now, taking out those abilities. And it looks like they get a trade, but Seth does get the jump on both of them.
Look at Seth, another 4K on the board. These boys are feeling nice and toasty right now. Now we're going to see Hunter's Fury divide. That lockdown still yet to be used, but to be fair, Rochester hasn't really had that many plants so far. They've had a couple, but the Saints haven't really needed to use that lockdown. So Sushi kind of just keeping it in the back pocket. Ems currently sitting at max money, has the operator in hand. This is a very, very strong way to end the half because Rochester right now, they're scraping the value bin for weapons.
That's definitely true. They got the Frenzies, they got the Sheriffs, but those are very hard to play against the Vandals and
an op. Yeah. This is Seth. Okay, I actually kind of like this idea because especially if Rochester had 5-stacked A, that could have very well been 2 or 3 kills. They're going to shove through Garage, though. There's the lockdown. So now I like that Sushi's going to use that nice and early. Use that in between C and B. You can cover both sites with it. Hernando going to send the blast back. The flash, though. The spray from Sushi. The head tap is all day long. Lockdown going to get destroyed by the Nano, but I don't think Sushi's going to care too much. He's going to fall to the blast pack. But all the while, Yum quietly sitting mid. No teammates. Is going to find a kill on Seth, though.
Yum definitely has his work cut out for him here. He needs to grab that spike, but he just does not get it as Ems gets the jump on him there. And now we are going into the last round and a half.
Yeah, it was once a 3-0 Rochester lead. The Saints, winning 7 of these last 8 rounds, have taken full control. They are going to have that Cosmic Divide in the back pocket. Rochester could get to the raise or the fade out, depending what they're able to set up here. At least they're going to have a couple of rifles. Ems going to stash one of those. See, this is what a lot of players do. You get a lot of money, you stash a Vandal for later, basically like keeping it in like one of those loot chests. Yeah, you stash the Vandal, you pick up the op, you peek mid. If you miss that first shot, you drop down, grab that Vandal, you're ready to fight on B.
Definitely allows you to play way
B
more
is so
dynamically.
Small too. Yeah, B is so small. Like trying to use the op actually on B is, I mean,
once
God
they push
bless
up
you
in
if
there,
you try, but yeah, it's going to be a lot harder to hit those shots. Oh, double opping actually.
Through the smoke as well.
Tapping. Yeah, that's maybe a check him PC. One way or the other, though. That's going to be the showstopper, at least off the board. Sushi, look at these. Look how far up the Saints are playing. They are not scared to take these fights.
They are definitely in the groove of it and want to capitalize off of that. But they did get, Grub did get caught in the fade ult. Couldn't hear that coming.
There's the flash. Sushi. Oh, 2 flashes. And he gets tagged up by the Haunt, but either way, they can't find the tag. Sushi, he's going to walk away with a headshot. There goes the Nano Storm trying to block off window there. But the whole time,
ooh, with the frenzy
Rochester
too.
not able to break the line of scrimmage. Ems is going to swap to that frenzy. He said, forget the Vandal. I'll go with the run and gun now. And now, all on Yum. I think the Saints know where the spike is. Either way, Yum is going to be slowly pinched on here from all 3 angles, I would have to imagine.
Yum's second shot at last man standing. Looks like Ems is going to go for the flank, and he does not get it. Yum hears that coming.
There's a Vandal over to him as well, so
1v2 now is possible.
This is definitely possible.
Especially
Sushi's 1 bullet. Cosmic Divide, though. The one good thing is it's a 2v1. The second Sushi hears anything over here, he is screaming for 4-tapping to get on his horse and run over there. And if you're Yum now, you have to guess 4 or 5 different places that Sushi is.
Definitely got to play really slow. You got to play very carefully. But it is very difficult to check that corner.
Yeah, you have to check about 11 corners when you get onto that site. So unless you got a couple of friends, it's going to be pretty hard for you to achieve that. Look at Ems, 20 kills almost in the first half right now, just taking over the game on that Jet. The rest of the guys rounding out perfectly. Just so much good setup from 4-tapping and Gub. But Ems, I mean, 2 4Ks with the Blade Storm. I mean, that's what you're going to get in the first half.
Definitely. Not seeing as many ghosts on attack, it seems. It seems like they're going to opt for more utility, definitely with the breach.
Yeah, Gub, he's spamming.
And we're definitely seeing Yum with the frenzy. People love their frenzies. And looks like 2 ghosts. Should be interesting.
I'm disappointed no sheriffs. It's C-Long on Haven, boys. I got to see at least one sheriff. Come on, this is one of the one of the few maps, one of the few locations where a sheriff is permitted, welcome even. Not going to see one. The 4 ghosts, though, I mean, going to give you just about the same.
The op of the pistols.
Yeah, of course. It's the gentleman's op, if you will. Ems, stacking up C-Long, recon dart for info. Sushi going to play short into the Astra smoke here, but looks like it'll be a C hit.
Very big commit from Ems here. Going to wrap around, try and get the jump on Yum here, and he does not get it. That frenzy is a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, yeah, indeed it is. Seth going to find out the hard way, too. Lazy Pig going to take out Gub. That's going to be 3 with that frenzy. Now Sushi, 26 HP. Looks like Don might have the drop on him here. That will be the case. That'll be pistol over to Rochester.
It's hard to push on attack with pistols on Haven. Definitely so many long sight lines, and with Killjoy util as well. It's just those long sight lines are just so hard to push.
It's also hard to push a guy that's 18 and 9 and using the frenzy to pick up 3K. See, that is always you're expecting to maybe get a couple shots on him, but he's just finding headshot after headshot. So this we've been seeing a lot too. Even when I was casting Steve LS, it seems like this the battle Asher, like the battle Killjoy is like we see so many top frag players that are carrying. I've been seeing it so often where either the Asher's near the top or the Killjoy's near the top.
It looks like the Saints want revenge. They bought 4 frenzies.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they had enough of that. There's the long paint shell. I don't think it's going to find any chip damage. Oh, the run-up, though. They're going to stack up, and they're going to find a kill. They could maybe recover that rifle as well. Might have been an SMG, but either way, it's an upgrade.
Definitely.
That's 4-tapping. That would have been an upgrade.
That SMG, I don't think it was an upgrade. I think that frenzy is way better from what we've seen so far.
Paraleague, 4-tapping. Good for 1 more. He's going to swap to the Spectre. Oh, the timing. Yum. Fantastic job to swing the dart, but he's going to get tagged up. Oh, trying to get the last little spray down there. Gub, only a bullet or 2 going to put him away there. 3v3, though.
Looks like Rochester is going on the chase now. They're definitely looking for picks here. But 4-tapping going on the huge flank, and he might catch the fade off guard.
Oh, unawares. Grim gonna fall there, and this is gonna be a plant for the Saints, and now they're playing 3v2. Oh, it's Seth is in a beautiful position. There's the headshot, dodges the concussion as well. Oh, this is fantastic repositioning. Gets the Phantom, but Seth, behind you. The crossfire, Gub, 39 HP. That's all Gub needed, was to get a little bit of damage. You have 4 tapping sitting very healthy. They do not care. They know where he is.
And now they have to wait that knife out and wait for the defuse.
Yeah, luckily they got spiked. The second they hear that little beep, Gub try to get the concussion line up, the aftershock. I was going to say, he's got to move out of there. That's going to be enough damage to kill him. Lazy Pig going to start the defuse, has to fake it though. And that's all that's going to matter is the crossfire, 4 tapping. That's going to be another thrifty for the Saints, and they're getting close to this double-digit mark now as well.
Definitely, those frenzies got their use out of them, for sure.
It was the Stinger meta not too long ago. Apparently the frenzy is the move now from what I've seen from some of these teams, but now we're going to see this buy from Rochester going to be non-existent because of that force last round. And that's the kind of the thing, too. You can go that full force on round 2, but if you lose all 5 of your weapons, you end up having a round that looks something akin to, this is not good.
Yeah, huge save there.
A much larger save than they
can't even buy as many frenzies as you want.
Yeah, they can't even. Yeah, they can't go full frenzy, full armor. Hernando though tried to get right in there. That's a raised play if I've ever seen one. Unfortunately, not going to be able to find the first blood.
They're going to try. It looks like they're going to play slow here. I think they're just going to wait for
5v4,
another pick.
I wouldn't hate it. Yeah, you have rifles. Just play long range.
That was a clean kill there with.
Oh, Ems. Oh, got tagged to the smoke. He is going to go down, though. Ems with a 3K in the round, quietly getting that first 3 kills. Now, only 1 member left, and this is the beauty of having that full buy. You have Killjoy lurking with a shorty. Honestly, This is par for the course Killjoy gameplay. You set up all your stuff at C and B. You hear the A hit, and you're like, well, man, I guess I'll be the last one alive and rotate over here.
He's going to be able to upgrade to that dangerous frenzy there.
As we know, the frenzy seems to be the bane of most of the people in this server so far. Ems got his eyes toward heaven. Gone. Takes down Ems. I mean, no one was holding Ems' back there. Come on, guys. No one checking the flank up, though. He'll take down Gone. Rochester expected to lose that round. They will. However, you're running out of time to, get away with these saves and losing. They're going to have a good buy this round. But after this round, if they were to lose, it'd be looking pretty dicey.
Definitely. The match points are certainly getting up there. We are getting close to match point.
It was 3-0 at one point.
Yeah.
The
Saints have definitely turned it around.
This is what happens when people get momentum. And I mean, not even that Rochester's been playing bad. The Saints have just had there's been so many spectacular solo plays this game by both sides.
Definitely. It's just those moments you got to find the best opportunity.
Ems going to be able to get this orb. That's going to mean a Blade Storm. Also, still can't believe the Blade Storm's only a 7-point ultimate, and Cypher and Phoenix are 6. But that is a conversation for Riot's balance team another day, I suppose. Ems will be more than happy to take that 7-point Blade Storm.
Definitely. Looks like we're playing very slow here. Looks like a lot of the Rochester rotated to C after they heard that ult point. But it looks like Saints are going to try and go B or A here. Both teams playing very slow, waiting for one to push the other. But Saints are going to have to push with only a minute left here.
Yeah, you can see how, not scared, but Rochester's realizing now that they can't really afford to take chances anymore. They tried to take a couple of chances, which is always a good thing. You want to keep the other team guessing, but when you get to that point, now you're so far behind, you can't really... One death could potentially mean the round is going to be over, especially the way these Saints have been playing attack. They have that line of scrimmage held across mid right now. A, going to end up being that choice. Maybe they could rotate to B, but C, I would think, out of the picture at this point with 30 seconds. They're going to do this slow walk, though. There's the Blade Storm. Still, Rochester not quite aware that A hit's coming.
It is very scary for Yum here, hearing all those footsteps, but he does get the double, and he gets the triple, and Blade Storm is now offline.
That is a massive play from Yum. Just continues to find ways to solo carry these sites. Now only 10 seconds left. This is going to be a round over to Rochester unless something equally crazy happens. That's going to be spiked down. And just all it took was one man on site to get that 3K, completely shuts down the attack, and Rochester gets a very, very much needed round.
They definitely need to win that round, and they got that win.
Saints should be able to buy it. Yeah, I was going to say they have. Gub will be able to bless Mans with some funds there. Up to that 13 assist mark, just so good at setting up these kills. Ems would have loved to have gotten that kill with the Blades, because now the loser of this round, Rochester, will have a pretty decent bye next round. Both of these teams actually should have an okay bye, but as we said, once you get to that 11-12 mark in the game, you can't really afford to make any more mistakes. Gonna see some ultimates probably coming through here sooner or later too.
Definitely. Looks like we're going to see another split push, leaving the spike down, making sure they don't know where they're going.
Ooh,
they're going to play
bullets there.
Yep, trying to get those wall bangs.
I think he had 2 bullets there, so better than nothing. At least you're going to get a little bit there. Gone gets the info, but I mean, oh, they're trying to go for the fake there. It looks like Rochester ready on that one, though. I think maybe they expected the Saints. Now that they lost that A site once or twice in a row, they're going to try to move somewhere else. They have the double nano swarm set up with the alarm bot. There's the nano. M's going to dash on site, though. Gone in the short corner. You got to clear the corners. There's the aftershock to clear him out. Seth going to be the first one down, 4 tapping, and M's going to find one apiece. Fernando trades him. He's going to go down to 4 tapping's hand there, 3v2. Make that a 1, but it's on Yum. We've seen him pull off some pretty crazy stuff already. However, running into 3 rifles against the Cosmic Divide, a pretty tall order, and he's half HP.
Definitely those.
It was a lot more doable 2 seconds before that
Yep,
happened.
those mollies definitely drain your health super fast, faster than you think.
That's so unfortunate.
It is doable, I think, but it is a very uphill battle from here.
Ooh, Sushi. Going for a little wall bang play there. 4 tapping, though. He's going to swing. Yeah, they had 3 players. Got to look for the swing at some point. They're going to find the kill. So the Astros trading out a couple kills there, but the Saints getting the better of that round. Now the money for Rochester, again, both of these teams should be able to, I don't want to say buy the rest of the game. If Rochester makes this like 11-10, who knows the state of the economy. But if the Saints win, actually, Saints win this round, you could probably, safely assume this game's going to be over, considering they're going to have ultimates, they're going to have rifles again. They might even send M's on the op or something too. They're going to have a lot of options this next round.
Rochester definitely wants to win this round, but with light shields, it is going to be tough.
Yeah, and a sheriff. Not going to be the greatest thing in the world, so but 4 rifles, if one of them dies, you can pick up that rifle, at least keep it around. But you still have to make sure you win those fights with that light armor.
They definitely want to prevent them to getting the match point, because then they can play way more comfortably.
Yeah, when the Saints they'll be pushing into, I mean, it might be a couple frenzies they're pushing into. They're going to pre-fire the smoke this time. Yum. He's going to finally get taken out, so that's going to be that Astra off the board. Those one-ways are going to go away. No well delays. There's the Owl Drone gone. Has to back off there. The 0 point to try to scan. Shock Dart to follow as well. The Saints have a very, very strong setup here to defend this plant.
Definitely, but that Astra Smoke, Astra Smoke is definitely slowing them down so much.
Sushi's on a flank too. I wonder if he'll actually, he might just hold this. I was going to say he might try to pinch here if he gets some info, but right now, I think he's just going to play possibly for those exits. Pig, good for 1. Seth and Grim, 1 apiece there. Grim finds 2 out of heaven. Sushi was still lurking back mid here. Sushi, Seth going to find that kill. 2 members left alive here still. Grim. But Seth, 3K to trade out there. Saints now sitting on match point.
Definitely. Heaven's great for getting 1 or 2 picks, but pushing onto the point, it is so tough.
Yeah, you need people going like below you at the same time. And then it works out, yeah. Seth and Gub, ultimates, M's. I mean, the Saints theoretically could end up with every ultimate this round. Rochester pretty much does have every ultimate. They do have the rifle. I'm surprised to see the Killjoy on the Judge. I thought maybe that we would see the fact that the Rays on the Judge try to blast back in there, try to get something going. We're going to see the Rays on the Bucky. Sheriff, a little bit of swapping there, a little hot swapping. Sheriffs and Vandal, though, I mean, if you're the Saints, this round you're looking to take. There's a showstopper, though.
And he gets 1. It's good,
Fernando.
but... Oof. Being very aggressive on C here.
I mean, to be fair, with the weapons they have, though, this is
the
only way to really fight this. Yeah, you have to. That's why I thought for sure the Rays would use the shotgun, but I guess the showstopper is, kind of like a very, very large shotgun, I guess. But either way, there's the Owl Drone. There's the divide. The Saints getting set up here. Seth, I'm guessing he's going to go run very far away into Cubby. Yeah, here he's already there. He's going to get that Hunter's Fury ready if something happens. Grim getting the Nightfall ready. Does have 2 Prowlers as well. But he's going to have a hard time pushing into all 3 of these members. It's great where you know where they are, but when there's so many of them, however, 1 down, divide back the other way too. Double tag
Marked
with the
again.
Haunt. Ems is going to get taken down. The only good thing is that Seth now has that Hunter's Fury. 4 tapping, clearing things out though. 3 on the round.
It's all down to Gone, I think.
Yeah, and Seth still has the Hunter's Fury, and he is a very safe distance away right now. There's the defuse. Seth. And here's the Hunter's Fury. 1 tag, looking for the second one. There it is. Wall bang. He had to commit. Gone had no choice, had no chance. Seth takes him down, and the Saints take map 1, 13-6.
That was definitely a good game. I thought Rochester was going to win there in the
It
beginning.
looked, I mean, it looked like two different games after that, like third or fourth round. Yeah, I mean, they were up 3-0, and it looked like it was like flawless 4K. They found so many ways to get it done. But I mean, M's finishing that top frag spot. Yum, I think he had 3 or 4 clutches. That I mean, that Astra
Definitely, Yum
player
was
very, very tough
going
to deal
off.
with. Yeah, when you see somebody just running around with the frenzy, getting just only headshots, like okay,
Yeah.
we gotta figure out how to kill this guy at some point.
Yeah, Seth, don't underestimate him either, though. He was going
Yeah.
off. He had, like, I think back-to-back 4Ks. He won the
Yeah.
round there with
Yeah.
the alt there. It was a sight to behold.
Yeah, it was a
for
very
sure.
good team effort. I mean, they get, decent amount of clip farming from both sides there as well. So game 1 in the books, but we're going to throw it to a very quick break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. I think we're going over to Lotus next, so we'll see you in a few. I'll start. And we are now on to map 2, Rochester versus St. Clair. Battle of the 4-0 undefeateds in the NACE Starleague. We are now setting our sights on the newest battleground to Valorant. It's going to be Lotus. I think it's the first time the Saints have played it on stream. Now we're going to see Ems over onto the Omen. I mean, Lotus is one of those maps where the meta has not been defined by any stretch, so even if you might see characters that get played a lot, we're going to see a lot of Skye. We're probably, I mean, Viper you see on so many maps, but this meta definitely not set in stone yet, so we might see a change or two.
Weirdly enough, it looks like we're seeing two very similar teams.
Yeah,
as you say, the meta's not defined.
It's copycat. It's a copycat meta. People are just picking what they see and... Listen, I've seen a lot of different stuff on this map, and some of it has worked, some of it hasn't.
Yep. The only difference here is going to be a Raze and a Skye. So, flashes versus just getting killed by a grenade.
We're going to see if Gub locks in the Sova. I mean, not that this is the most unfathomable Lotus comp. I have seen this 5 played before. It's a 5 that, honestly, you play on other maps as well. It's a very, very good, like, the 5 works well together. I'm curious to see if Gub does lock in the Sova, or if we're going to see something else. There's a Breach. I was going to be a little bit more surprised. Depends on your preference, but Breach is very, very strong on this map. Raze is also quite good. So many small little areas for these grenades. But looks like the Sova will be finally locked in, so a little bit of flavor from each side, but, you know, the core being the same.
Sova's definitely strong on, like, almost every single map in this game.
Yeah, any map that's open, Sova's good.
Yep. Those arrows are just so useful.
Now getting on to Lotus. From what I've seen, however, this is very, very new. It does seem to be fairly attack-sided from what the games I have watched through Lock-In and some of the other CVAL stuff. However, we also noticed that Split is like the highest defensive win rate map in the entire game, and at Lock-In, Split has more attack-sided wins. So this game has been in a very interesting spot the last 2 weeks, and a lot of things we thought were true are maybe not true anymore.
Definitely. When you get to see stuff like Lock-In and see all the players' strats, like it's their job to spend all day looking for a new strat.
And even then, it's, yeah, some of them are...
Sometimes they don't work.
A little more ambitious, yeah. Some are definitely more for fun. And honestly, one thing with Lotus, too, actually, I guess the one thing, Chamber actually does get played a ton on Lotus. This is like the one map where Chamber can kind of thrive. You know, even though it's a 3-site map, it's very, very small. The op can hold those long angles very well. The tripwires are nice to set up as well. So Chamber, something we sometimes see, but Ems, you know, I think he's officially split with Chamber. He left Chamber in the past. He's onto the Jet and the Omen for good now.
And that is a good choice in my opinion.
Honestly, it's the gentleman's choice. Yeah, it's the right choice. Couple shots back and forth. Flashes go through the swing. No. Ooh. Oh, Seppi had so many members in the crosshairs. Does find a couple headshots though. M's gonna, you know, TP back to safety. That decay down to 1 HP though.
Definitely. Those Skye flashes are so dangerous.
For you and your teammates.
Looks like they're playing very slow, waiting for this Omen smoke to go down. Hernando just waiting it out, seeing if he can see ahead through the smoke, waiting for his wall to come back up. And now he's making sure sight is clear. But it looks like 4 tapping is pushing up, holding that spot that they want to push through.
And this is one of the new things with Lotus is these silly revolving doors. You're going to get a good glimpse of it there. Ooh. M's going to find one. Hernando takes down 4 tapping, upgrades to the Frenzy. Low HP on M's and on Hernando, though. So 1 bullet going to take out either one of these members. Sushi, he has a very, very good setup here. The turret, the life orb going to go in there, the poison orb. Hernando going to jump inside of that one, but Sushi catches him out, throwing that nano. Now all on 1, finds the last left click, headshot down. Saints take the first round on Lotus.
That Lotus is so difficult to play on, just in my opinion.
I still haven't,
because I haven't figured it out.
Honestly, most pros, like most people, haven't figured it out yet. Like people will tell you they figured it out. People didn't even figure out like Pearl for 3-4 months. Same with Icebox and some maps. Like people. Stuff will work twice, and they go, yeah, this is meta. It's like, well, maybe you just, maybe you just work twice. Like, who knows?
I feel like I just figured out Icebox like last month.
Right? I'm just getting a handle on Pearl. Just figuring out things.
That new Yoru agent, wow, he's great.
They added Split back into the game. People had to remember how to play Split. Well, the thing is, too, once they add like old maps back, it's like there's 5 or 6 different agents in the game now. So this map, like, yes, it's the same map, but like the meta is not nearly the same. It's not that Jet Raze, Reyna stuff we were seeing earlier in the game's life. Now we're seeing, it's usually like double smoke, double flash spam until you get a kill.
Definitely. Looks like we're going to see like nearly a full saver, mostly abilities from Rochester here.
Yeah, that's the second round. Second round, usually you're basically yeah, like you could try to force like full armor SMGs, but you're probably going to lose the round either way. So you just would rather, if you usually take the 2-0 and then you end up making the game 2-1. That's like the gentleman's handshake. It's like we go up 2-0 and then you take the 2-1.
The best you can hope for here is a pick and try and upgrade your gun, but fighting a Spectre with a Classic is not the play here.
Ooh, Seth with the Guardian. Ems did get taken down, I believe, by that Classic shot. But the Saints, they will be more than happy. And that's the one thing, too. If you're the Saints there, keeping those guns is always going to help so much, too. Because, yeah, you'll be able to afford some stuff next round. But now you have the Guardian, you have the Phantom. You don't have to rebuy that. Ems can keep that Bulldog. The Bulldog, I mean, one of those guns, we know how good it is. But there's, like, I mean, the right click is so nasty, especially holding A or something like that. So that's the one thing, too. Lotus, like, if I'm Rochester, you might have 3 or 4, like, designed attacks you like, but it's so new and stuff is still like moving. So you like, once you maybe go down 4 or 5 rounds, I wonder if you just like kind of throw your hands in the air and go like, all right, we just have to try to play for picks.
Definitely
now.
The muscle memory for the angles is just not there yet, even though it has been out a month or so now. And it is very everyone's on that C push here.
Yeah, the Saints actually got lucky and kind of read it right. I mean, they went 8th all the other times. There's a couple of kills, though. The Trailblazer to go out there, gone. Taking his sweet talents over to A, but Sushi already playing very far up in tree here. They're going to hear that Alt Orb. He's going to get set up here for the swing. This is that cheeky revolving door we're talking about. There's 2 headshots. Grim finds one to answer, but I mean, 4 Saints left alive. The spike in a decent place to get planted, but you see that flank is nearing. Ooh, doesn't matter, though.
Nice,
the Stinger is still balanced.
Yep.
Listen, that gun is still something, man. I don't.
It sure is.
It costs $150 more, but you can't tell me it's still balanced.
Definitely. I wasn't playing the game very much when the Stinger meta was in full swing, but I played near the tail end of it, and the game was a lot of fun.
It's always fun. My favorite thing that Valorant ever did was like there was a 4-day stretch where they buffed like everything about the Ares.
Oh yeah, the Ares meta. Oh my god!
For like 3 days, it was 10 Ares, literally in every lobby from round 2 to round 20. It was both
so
hilarious,
loud.
But it also made the game. Yeah, you couldn't hear anything, and that was before Fade was in the game. You just couldn't hear anything. It was just a wall of bullets coming from everywhere. For tapping, this is the thing about Lotus. If you're playing defense, you can get right up in the face of those enemies, and you take away their Viper and that Viper pit right away.
Definitely, getting those early picks is super important.
Killing Viper is the best.
Yeah.
It's like no garbage on my screen, at least from the enemies. Tapping's garbage is good for us.
Definitely. No wall, no post plant. It's a
Ems.
Big hit to the team, but Ems has a very good angle behind this box here.
Oh, Seth knows. Oh, Ems out of the dark cover. Grim. There's the shrouded step. Going to get the safety there. Once they find those picks right, you're just going to play for that safe game. Seth, though, playing on the backside of this dirt. I've seen a lot of... we talk about Call of Duty snaking a lot. This is that one hill in Valorant where you see a lot of people crouching, jumping up and down, trying to peek above the hill. It's quite something to behold.
Can't wait for the next map that's just all hills.
I don't. Please don't. The under map with actually underwater where you have to swim and and the breathing mechanics. That's Please don't riot. However, Sushi, there's the stinger for you. Gonna pack that punch. That's gonna be a Vandal in Yum's hand as well. We saw how good he was on that rifle too. That was a nice little TP to ropes. He gets spotted out by tapping. A little peekaboo game. Gonna lose that one out.
Yeah, playing Heaven here on this this point is very strong. It's all down to Lazy Pig with the Sheriff.
Zane's got to be careful. Ooh, Gup gonna kill him. That was getting a little spicy there.
That was getting a little scary, you know. That Sheriff in the right hands, right luck, right timing. It's very frightening.
That's why I wanted to see someone on Haven. You know, no one ever pulled up the Sheriff till it was way too late in the game. It's that one gun. Even if things are going wrong, all you got to do is find that headshot. Looks like it'll be a pretty good buy for Rochester. One of them must have been saving for a round or two. They're going to have that full kit online. They're going to hopefully, find some use for the Viper pit, maybe get some kind of setup. Because right now, I mean, they have 7 kills in 4 rounds.
Yeah.
You're not winning more than maybe a round with that stat.
Definitely. It is not looking good for them at this moment. They need to win this round.
Yeah, 4 tapping's got as many as the entire team right now, so
oh, God.
I'm no say. Math not my strong suit, but that's pretty easy to read there.
Yeah, I'm trying to ignore that.
Look at Rochester, though. They're investing a whole lot. And look how far. I like that Viper pit from 4 tapping, though. And I like this spot from M's even better. He's going to get taken down by Yum, though. Yum did a really good job making a read there. Now they have the advantage. That Viper pit from 4 tapping, that's going to feel a little bit rough around the edges there.
And it looks like 4 tapping is going for the huge flank here.
I was going to say, oh my goodness.
That could have been very, very bad for Rochester.
I think the one good thing, if Sky can push up on this A site, they can maybe trap Rochester into this area. 4 tapping, though, he's going to have to go. There's no way Rochester's pushing into the Viper Pit. I refuse to believe they're going to go
insane. That would be insane.
They might wrap and go C. At least the Killjoy setup is there. If they've wrapped mid through the Viper Pit, honestly, good luck. But for tapping, this pit's going to go to waste. They're going to make this A hit.
That seems to be the case. And it looks like they have sight clear now as long as they play fast.
Yeah, I got the firing squad there. Sight is completely open. They have to make sure they clear these last couple corners. There's a Shrouded step to back corner. Saints are going to get the rotation over here. Nice swarm grenade from Gone on that top side, trying to block things off. There's the Poison Cloud. 4 tapping and Gone. So close. The timing goes 4 tapping's way. 3v2. There's a Viper Pit for Rochester, though. And I mean, they haven't got around in this game yet, so I do not hate that idea. Yum. Great job ratting under the rope. 4 kills on the board that round.
Damn, Yum is seems to be
a problem.
A very big problem for the Saints here. Last game and this.
Yeah. This guy's good at aiming.
Pretty nutty.
And that's why I said it's always good when you can have your, like, typically when someone says, oh, I'm, like, filling smokes, you're not really worried about them, like, top fragging. But the smoke players, I mean, 4 tapping and Ems, now we are going to see the operator for Ems as well. So expecting to see that A long hold with the op. It's just, listen, the op is so good, too, because Rochester can never predict when the operator is coming. So you can pretty much not get one free shot with it, but it gives you a chance to get that shot off without getting discovered. However, the C hit looks like it's going to come through. Rochester hasn't really hit C super hard yet, so I don't hate the idea necessarily. This Boombot, you only got 5 seconds instead of 10, buddy. You're going down.
Ooh, we're going to see a breach ult here.
And it got
clearing
nothing
sight.
but a good clear. Oh, the Nanos, vulnerable too. Oh, the util setup is so perfect. The Saints, that was a perfect setup. The Viper, the Snake Bite, and the KJ Molly, they had nowhere to move. Yum, though. Oh, this is such a good spot. He sees the op barrel, but 4 tapping wins.
Yeah, I feel like he had a sixth sense. He had a feeling someone was through that smoke.
He knew.
Crosshair
yeah.
was right lined up,
knew.
but he just could not blind fire that.
There was just 2 of them. That's the problem. He had the right idea. That's what Valorant is, too. Not that it's always RNG, but, man, you could watch an angle for a minute, look away for a blink, and you get turned on immediately. Ems, we've seen what he's capable of doing with this operator. Already found a kill earlier in this round. Oh, my goodness. If they funnel into this crosshair,
if I was Rochester,
a dark day in Rochester.
I would definitely rotate here. I would not push this op, especially at that angle.
They can't because Seth is waiting.
That is true.
Right on the. They do have the turret on the flank, and if that turret pops, now Ems and 4 tapping. Maybe you want to run up and challenge here. Seth still has the Trailblazer as well. Usually something you see early round. He still has that flash, too. Strafing behind the box beautifully for his teammates. 4 tapping, 4 kills. Flawless for the Saints.
He got those 4 taps in.
I mean, it took a few more than 4 bullets, but either way, the job got done.
Felt like 4 taps.
Yeah, 4 like sprays.
It's definitely a save round for Rochester here. 2 Vandals. And Ems is still on that op here. 4 tapping going 11-2. That is...
4 tapping, he played great last semester because he's typically like one of those IGLs, one of those shot callers. This semester, though, that man has been grinding on the servers. He got to, I believe, top 50 Radiant, and he has been finding a lot of kills. Like, he got a lot of frags last semester, but this semester especially, he has been consistently fragging in that top 2 and 3. And when you're doing that while you're like calling the shots and trying to IGL, it's usually like the IGL, typically they're going to be in 4th or 5th place. You're not expecting them to get the kills. But when you got a guy that can shot call and he can act behind it, Ems, we know he's good at acting upon that. That's going to be 2 kills for the Saints nice and early. Look at that door. So goofy.
Those doors are
so
oh
goofy.
My God.
And on the other side, behind door number 2 is the operator. Ems takes down. Yum goes down back-to-back flawless. And this is when Lotus can start to spiral if you're Rochester. It's one of those maps. Once you get confused and the economy starts to spiral, man, it can be a very, very tough go.
Definitely. It's so hard to push when you're just at the disadvantage with guns and everything. But they do seem to have enough to get Vandals one more time.
They'll get a good buy here. And, yeah, Lotus is kind of like when Fracture came out, that's probably the closest thing to Lotus, actually, because Fracture came out, and for, like, I would even argue nowadays, people still don't have that great of a grip on Fracture, depending on what their team is and, what their standing is. But teams still kind of learning Fracture in some of these other maps. Lotus just now starting to get scrimmed a lot. We are going to see a Judge Rochester. I would expect to see a double blast pack with maybe a showstopper on the backside here.
Definitely. I think they are just waiting to see if that op is still here before they do a full commit showstopper here.
Oh! They baited him!
But they did take out the op there.
Yeah, the op's going to be down, but the Saints did take down the showstopper, so, you know, it's kind of a one-for-one, honestly. They're both a one-hit kill. Yeah, it's a fairly even trade, all things considered. Now the lockdown, though, from the side of Rochester. That's going to cover most of the C site. Saints are going to have to back off here. Actually, they maybe play that back pocket on C. It looks like Seth's going to try to do that. He is going to be able to tuck away. Maybe that's Sushi, though. I've seen so many of these guys swap agents back and forth. Yeah, we saw Seth playing the KJ. Actually gets a detain there. Not sure they're going to be able to act on that one, though. They're going to have to get moving. Spike still not down. Now the plant gets started, and now we're going to have a post plant.
We're going to have Toxic Orb down, but it just misses.
A little bit too down, yeah. Fernando missed the throw. 3v3, though, to ride it out.
Lazy Pig playing slow, playing the angles.
There they go.
It's all down to 4-tapping.
Yeah, that's the crossfire you're looking for. 4-tapping, 11 HP.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, he's got 2. Can he find the timing on Yum, though? He doesn't have that much time to play. There's that poison orb. Yum trying to find the swing, 4-tapping. Gonna go for the fake, but Yum makes the right read. Rochester takes their second of the game.
He definitely had to try and go for that diffuser, or at least secure.
Yeah, there was like
look around the
10 seconds maybe left in that.
And it looks like we're going to see more Vandals. You know, just typical buys. We're right in the middle of the match here. Money's good. We're seeing a lot of good gameplay here.
Yeah, Saints, the only reason that money's a little lower is because they bought the op 2 or 3 times. That money they'd be sitting at easily 4K probably across every single member. Now the Rochester, even though that round was really good for them, but it took 2 ultimates. They don't have a lot of money in the pocket. Gone might be able to bless one of the homies, but other than that, if they lose this round, it's going to be a pretty dark ride for the rest of this half.
Definitely. We're going to see a Viper Pit on B again from 4-tapping. And we're going to see an Omen ult back on the huge flank there from Rochester.
Yeah, I think the Saints are going to be aware that he at least used it. Maybe go check that backslide. Hernando and Seth. Good for a nice little 1-for-1 to kick things off.
Looks like Ems tried to check back, but did not see it.
Yeah, maybe they have to see if he works up through B here. Might actually have a good play. The one good thing is, though, that door, you have to shoot through it to break it. However, though, Gub going to be caught unaware. The blast pack. The Nano to answer. Not going to find anything, though. That alarm bot was supposed to be there to detect, but that Omen ult ended up being very, very strong. Now, maybe this B hit potentially go all the way to C. They're going to play into the pit.
They have to get through
they have 4 members, so I don't hate the idea.
Is it insane or is it ingenious? We will see.
With 4v1, honestly, I was going to say ingenious, but I don't even think they agree. They're going to go to
they're going to rotate. That's the smarter.
I was going to say, like, 4v1, operator. Ooh. Yum for 3 on the round. Hot swap back to that Vandal.
Do not want to leave those laying around.
Yeah, a little taste of the old medicine for the Saints there. But this C hit, looking all the more open. Yum, short corner. Him and Ems, shoulder to shoulder. Ems going to lose that. Another 4K to Yum. And Rochester picking up 2 in a row.
Yeah, that was a crazy round. We saw a lot of ults. We saw that Omen ult, they got full use out of that, you know. They even got through the Viper Pit there in the end.
Yeah, you don't see many, like, not that the Omen ult is useless, but it's not often you see somebody actually make, like,
won the entire round almost.
Yeah, or at least, like, find a kill. Usually it's just for, that distraction technique.
Or grab the spike if a rotate goes bad.
Yeah, you get that plant down. Yeah, we're going to see still going to hold on to that operator. Hold it near and dear. The Saints had enough money. They're going to put this full buy back together. Still not the worst economy state either. 4-tapping and Gub being at 3K. Early Hunter's Fury from the Saints, though. Seth, or rather, I can't remember who's playing the. Literally every single game they switch.
Gub.
They all switch initiators map to map. That's why. Because it's always map dependent, too.
You got to share, your team.
No, if you can play, it's good, especially if they play like that 7-8-man roster. Having like 2 or 3 solo players is definitely going to help you out.
We got Ems trying to get that one-way smoke set up. And it looks like they're just waiting for that smoke to go down because they really committed to this A push with the Viper wall.
Yeah, and Yum over to lurk toward that mound on C. A couple of the Saints going to rotate over there. Still a very quiet push, so Seth doesn't know for sure they're going to be there. Has a good idea, but hasn't heard anything to confirm that they're still sitting there with that KJ turret. Yum. I think he just gave away the game on himself. There's the Trailblazer. Actually well-timed. Seth going to find the stun. There's the pop flash. M sitting on the backside. The setup is beautiful. The high-low game from Seth and Ems. That's going to be a couple kills. And now Rochester's pinned back in the corner. Hernando takes down Seth, but a 4v2 to work out of here.
It is all up to Yum and Hernando here. And Hernando almost evens it up here.
Ooh, there's
3-2. Much more doable here.
Well, 4-tapping should have a very good read here. Finds the shots. Can he turn and find the op? Can't. He is going to find the kill. And now 46 HP. Oh, that snake bite, just a pest and tapping. Takes down Hernando, and the Saints are going to break up that run of Rochester.
That's a shame. Couldn't even save the op there.
They didn't even want it. Saints didn't want it. And so, I mean, some games that you'd rather just it not be in the game.
Honestly, yeah.
If you're just going to full stack those rifles, at least you take the op out of Yum's hands, because, yeah, as easily as you can go off with it, if it ends up back in Yum's hands, listen.
I don't think they want what happened that one round to happen again.
Yeah,
so.
all it takes is they get the op once, gets 2 kills. All right, guys, get it out of the game now. It was fun while we had it, but I don't want this weapon around anymore.
Definitely. It looks like we're going to see some light shields from Rochester. You know, their economy's good, but, you know, not as where they want it to be.
Yeah, luckily, this is the second last round before half. But that last round, they might not have the best buy altogether, so they're definitely going to want to have a good round here. Ems, there's the dark cover. He's going to back off to safety. Alarm bot turret setup, boom bot to follow. A whole lot of the Android takeover here and be big.
I'm so glad they nerfed that bot. It had so much uptime.
It was a good, actually, like unironically a good nerf, because that was like the biggest thing with her.
Raze was pretty much
the boombot could clear an entire site just on its own, just bouncing off the walls.
Raze was pretty much an initiator just with that bot.
Yeah, and Raze is still one of the best duelists in the game too. So it's not like it was a nerf that gutted her, took her out of the meta. She's still one of those top 2-3 play duelists.
God.
Even on the Omen though, consider Ems that duelist, finding a pair of kills, gets tagged down. Gonna stay alive though. Hernando good for that one to trade out. Spike still not down. Trailblazer scouted. Seth. There's a great paranoid. The Sky Flash to answer, though. The Guiding Light, the swing. Yum and Seth, 1 for 1. Seth, he has a read on Hernando. Hernando's got a read on Seth. Seth, though, good for the kill. 2v1. A lot of 1-for-1 trades this round.
It's all down to Lazy Pig here. He's going for the blast. Does not get it, though. He thinks it's clear.
Seth swung so fast on that one. There's no way Pig's going to have an idea. The only thing is, though, Sushi is waiting on the other side. The Saints looking at taking this half. Potentially 9-3. The economy, Rochester, you're going to be praying that you find some headshots.
Definitely.
And the thing is, too, they have, like, good defensive ultimates. They don't have the lockdown and the showstopper, probably the 2 best offensive ults. Because getting on site on the Lotus is the hardest thing, is actually getting on site and using the Viper Pit. Because right now the Saints, 4-tapping can walk up mid Viper Pit, it's getting value. If you're Rochester, you have to get on site, set up, and then you can use the pit, and then it makes sense.
Yeah. Yum, I hope Yum can make use of his Omen ult thing, because that was crazy, that match.
Yeah, they need more plays like that, but the only thing is, it's like, Yum is a fantastic player, but you can't rely on one person to make plays over the course of a 15, 16 round game, potentially.
Definitely, the other team.
He can come close.
Yep.
You can try, and you can make a hell of an effort, but it's essentially a solo carry the frags the entire game.
You see the Viper Pit?
This is a good pit, actually, because they used it before they had to get full pressure of sight. They are going to use a very early Rolling Thunder, though, so that's going to be all the ults offline. The Saints can now just play a 5v5 retake. Playing into the pit, though. Oh, 4-tapping. The default plant spot. 4-tapping's been doing his homework. Finds that first kill. Now Sushi, fearless in the Viper Pit. The Saints do not care. There's the shock dart. There's the follow. That's the Viper Shorty, though. A dynamic duo in the pit. Ems takes one down. Dubs picks out the last one. 9-3 first half for the Saints.
That was a chaotic end to that half.
They said, screw the Viper Pit. We're going in.
The Viper Pit, Yum did not get the util out of that ult that he did last time. That was not
just so early. And the Saints hadn't been playing the A site. They've been playing off of site fighting. So it's like, I understand trying to clear the A site, but no one has been, like, the Saints have not been sitting on site the whole game. They've been playing mid or, like, charging into spawn, which, to be fair, that's most teams on Lotus. It's just
seems to be the play.
Charging the spawn, trying to set up flashes, and a lot of times this doesn't always necessarily go that way. The Saints, though, things have been quite going their way so far.
Yeah, we're going to see that Sheriff on Grim here, so maybe we will see something.
He's got to go
magic
big.
Here.
Listen, it's only up from there for the side of Rochester right now. That first half didn't go your way. All you can do now is look forward, try to make small improvements round by round here. Maybe try to set something up. Listen, their comp, I think, definitely a little bit better for defense.
Definitely.
So that is one thing to note.
KJ is way better.
And I said Lotus is attack-sided, but everything is anecdotal with Lotus at this point. The theories are all theories, but and these collegiate teams, too, it's not like a pro team where you're going to have, like, 12 hours a day to scrim our defense. It's like these teams play Lotus. They scrim Lotus maybe twice a week. And even then, you might be trying new agent comps. So you're not really going to have, like, that set strategy yet.
Yeah, definitely.
Not like you would on Haven, you've been playing for 2 or 3 years.
All up to Gon to hold that site all on his lonesome, but that is not going to work out for him.
Seth doing his best Mercy impression there, healing up the squad there. That is the beauty of Sky, though, that AoE healing. You literally sit around a corner and hide and just heal your teammates with Sky. Yeah. You actually play like Overwatch support. You play Lucio, sit behind.
True.
Oh, M's headshot does die to the Sheriff, though. Yum, good for that one. And Seth there to top him off.
Hernando playing in that orb here.
Oh, Gub is a great
It's
angle.
not.
Here.
Oh, he shoots it.
Oh, Seth going for that trusty jumping right click. Gonna find the first one. Looking
Down
for
to
the
Yum.
4K. Yeah,
Yum with like
down.
1 HP here.
Yeah, he is got Yum with it again, right? Great round. Finds 2 kills with the Sheriff. Gets more damage, but he's only one person.
Yeah, if you can't have the rest of the team to pick up their pace, it's just
I mean, look at the kills. He's got more kills than the entire rest of his team combined.
I can't believe that. That's true.
It's a heroic
That's true.
individual effort. Like this guy, both games has played. He's probably got like 250 plus ACS both games. Playing the Omen, playing the Astra. He's playing so strongly. His team just can't find those kills. The Saints, it's the util, it's the timing, and it's just the confidence too. I mean, the Saints, they 5-charged the Viper Pit. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, then it should tell you everything right now. Yeah, the Saints, we know they've been grinding. These guys are all very high rated. 4 tapping, taken up by the concussion there, but OM's looking for one early.
Yeah, I'm getting in deep there.
This is what 10-3 looks
wall
like. You just start charging. Oh, M's. I'm not sure if he got any info, but either way, he commits a couple more. So he's like, maybe just in case there's someone back here, I'll send those last 3-4 bullets.
Had a good feeling there.
He had a hunch, yeah. 4 tapping. He said, okay, you want to see some Sheriff gameplay? Oh, Yum, though, with the shorty. I thought he was going to find 2 there.
Yeah, that shorty is, you never
know.
know.
11 health. It was damn close. One more pellet. He would have gone down. Seth looks like he's got some good info here, but he already dropped. But the kill gone. You had such a good drop on him, but that pistol gonna lose to the Phantom, and now Hernando
with a shorty
just
too.
A Viper and his shorty.
It's so hard to play off of.
This is a story as old as time.
He can maybe find a pick here, and take out one of their guns.
The only thing is he has a shorty.
Yeah.
He could maybe clip 4 tapping from back there and kill him if he crouch shots it, but the Saints.
I think he's gonna wait for a push here.
And listen, it's 10-3. The Saints are more than happy to oblige.
Oh,
he missed. Okay,
yeah.
Missed the first one, got the second one. This is going to be that the evac off of the A site there. The spike will explode, and Rochester's got 2 more chances to stay alive.
Definitely. He's going to try and find another pick, but he's
Might
not
as well. You got a
find
shorty.
it. Yep.
So does Seth, apparently.
Definitely. And it's going to be 11-3 in the Saints in the lead. It is not looking great for Rochester right now. They had a strong start, but it seems like they cannot carry that momentum through the rest of the game.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like Haven is one thing. At least even if you're losing on Haven, it's like at least we know the map. We can default to some strategy we have in the back of our brains. It's like you're playing on autopilot. Lotus,
so
I said, once you get behind on Lotus, you kind of just go, we don't really have anything to try. We're just kind of trying solo queue stuff at that point. Which is granted, so a lot of Lotus is just solo queue plays.
That was a huge concussion.
I actually like that from Rochester. You have to try to take these fights like this. It's the only way you're going to beat these rifles. Yum, taking that spot that Ems was taking last half as well.
You definitely have to try and learn from what you were losing from
the
Saints. This is very similar.
Oh, Ems, there you go. That's exactly what they need. Going to go 1 for 1, though.
Yeah, but they left C totally unguarded, it seems.
And Sushi does have a rifle. Actually, yeah, C is
just wide open.
Oh, yeah. Now we have Seth playing back mid, too, for these lurks. Oh, Seth's going to find 1. That's going to be Yum down, too. So if you're the Saints, seeing Yum go down, you have to be breathing a sigh of relief.
Definitely.
Now the Seekers are coming out. It's a 4v2. The info's going to be there.
It's all up to Gon and Lazy Pig here.
And I would bet Gub probably has some kind of solo lineup if he's sitting off there. He's got the dart ready, but Gon. That's going to be the timing they're looking for.
So much util on that bomb.
There's 4 tapping. There's the delay. That's why having your Killjoy and your Viper last alive is just you can't do anything about it. 4 tapping, so you have to try. But try as they may, it won't be enough. 4 tapping for 2, or 3 rather, and the Saints for 12.
Definitely. It is looking very grim for Rochester.
They're going to not have a lot of armor. They're not going to have much of anything.
Yep, and they also have to fight the Viper Pit as well. If they get that plant down, Viper Pit, it is looking nigh impossible here for them to win. But I believe in something here. They can maybe find something here with the Judge, the Bulldog, with the Phantom, and the Guardian. I think they can maybe get around here and turn it around for themselves.
That makes one of us, because the way the Saints are looking, having that Viper Pit, they're going to basically be able to get up onto the C site. They can use that pit up at the front side, try to set things up. Seth, getting the guiding light ready. Get the bird stuck on the wall. It happens. Listen, if you've ever played Sky, it happens.
If you're 12-3, it's bound to happen.
And listen, you played enough Sky, it's bound to happen. We do see that 4 tapping was, I think he was 24-6. Oh, the alarm bot Sushi. He said, don't touch my gadgets. He's going to go take down Grim. Now there's that Sea Viper Pit I was expecting to come through. Sushi takes out Yum. They've cut the head off of the snake. Now it's just these last 3 members to fall, and they're going to find themselves winning up on this game. And of course, you know, they got some lineups here, but Gub is going to stick the plant. Oh, the snake bite was just a little bit off. The spray is good, though. Set the timing. Ooh. Oh, Lazy Pig. He had the Guardian. That Guardian going to lose him, and ends with the double. And a 13-3 game on Lotus.
Whew, that was an intense game.
Not bad for the Saints' first game on Lotus.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I mean, we've seen a lot. I mean, you've seen a lot of teams like Rochester where it's like you either kind of know it or you don't, and it becomes very obvious when you know it or you don't.
You really got to just practice those new maps. Just keep running them back and forth, you know.
Running them back, not running it down.
Yeah. No,
very different.
True.
Lotus, you can be a little, you know, it can get a little dicey in some of those C-long pushes.
Definitely.
I'd say just a fantastic series, though. The Battle of the 4-0, so Rochester was one of those teams that, you know, they hadn't lost yet in NACE. They'd been playing very well. You saw the talent of Yum. I mean, you could see, you know, there's some...
Yeah, so Yum was cooking.
Yeah, they were letting him cook the Saints. They were taking the operator out of the game just because they didn't want him having it. So listen, we're playing all of our util around this guy, and that's got to be the strategy too. Once you know, like, if we kill this guy, like, we should be able to like wash our hands and figure out the rest of this round. And once they found those kills at the end of the game, they just Rochester, you know, too far to come back.
Yeah. That's how Valorant goes, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes the economy crumbles. Yeah. It's just so hard to. Sometimes you see those comebacks, but especially on a new map like Lotus.
Tough,
yeah, it's just too tough there.
Yeah, not something we see that often. But the Saints, like I said, more than happy to take that 2-0 series win. But with that being said, actually, just wait a couple more seconds here. I guess I'll let the replays finish after. But either way, I mean, the Saints had not the same starting 5 they've had the last little while. Nice to see them go over to Lotus, play a nice comp. I want to see now, like, I want to look at this VOD next time and see if they play the same agents on Lotus, or see if they tell me something like, hey, this map's attack sided, and then they see the next game and they win all the rounds on defense.
Definitely. I'm still just thinking about how oppressive that frenzy was.
I know.
Like,
you don't have nightmares about the frenzy there, but either way. That being said, though, I think we are going to not throw it to a break. We're going to wrap things up. Usually yesterday we had a bunch of games. Today, only going to be the one match. So shout out to Amanda, Ryan, and Josh in the back end for holding things down. Shout out to the Valorant team for taking away with a nice 2-0. But with that being said, we will let everybody go for now. Enjoy your night. Take care of yourselves, and have a good one.